usually get up about 7.
Yeah, and I usually get up a little later.
I make coffee for both of us.
I like honey and cream in my coffee.
And then I almost always drive to work. Our morning routine is quite mundane.
Oh, yeah. One thing we're doing today is a fire-breathing dragon, finishing off that.
Yeah, and I've got some stuffed blood and some skulls and pumpkins.
I'm Marcia, this is my husband Ed, and we run Distortions Unlimited.
We make monsters. Zombies, aliens, dragons, and beasts of all kinds.
Oh my. Most of what we make is scary, I will say that. We make monsters for everyone from home haunter all the way up to amusement parks and big events all around the world. We've been working together for 35 years. It's been glorious.
Yeah, wonderful.
We started out painting together.
I fell in love very quickly.
We've been married almost 25 years.
We've found a way to work together.
I'm probably more on the business side, and Ed is probably more in the production.
I can't tell you how many people have told me I could never work with my spouse. And that's too bad, because you miss half or more of that whole person's life if you don't. I think people expect us to be a little bit weirder than we are, and we're actually a little bit boring. When we get in the car and go home, it's over. We love monsters. We've had enough of it after a long day. There's a separation there. There has to be, or you'd go crazy. If somebody walked into our house, they wouldn't have a clue what we do. In fact, we keep it all kind of secret. Yeah, people are surprised about that with us. We like it that way. It's really special to do something you love with somebody you love.
We make monsters, but whatever, our personalities kind of mesh with each other, so it works out.
You know, you really can establish a good relationship as you're dripping zombie blood.
Right.
That's the kind of woman I need in my life.
Okay, I'm Lois.
And I'm Charlie. And we have been told and we believe that we have the largest private collection of insects in the world.
Yeah.
The story of how we met was interesting enough. I was a teaching assistant at the University of Arizona, and Lois was a student in the class that I was teaching. We've been married for almost 55 years.
He's got a million stories about insects, all of which I've heard and all of which I can fill in sentences.
And we've traveled extensively, have been to all the continents and 70 countries collecting. It fills us with pleasure to get into the field and collect, to spend the time in the field together.
Oh, you need to look at the antennae on one of these. It looks like a clown's shoe.
Well, I study weevils, and the weevils are the largest family of living organisms.
These are plant hoppers, and I think their noses are cute. I collect plant hoppers, which are insects that feed on the juices of plants, the phloem or the xylem.
With piercing, sucking mouth parts.
With piercing, sucking mouth parts.
Oh yeah, this is interesting.
When we get some insects in, they're just dead. Of course, we have to mount them, so we have to pin them or point them, and then we label them. Ah, the glue was not stiff enough and he's fallen off his point. Then after I do that, then I sort them to genus.
Each of these units, trays, holds 55 specimens on average. And we have at least 1 million weevils and 250,000 plant hoppers.
Okay, here you come, Charlie.
We are donating the collection to Arizona State University.
And there will be research done on it, which is what we wanted to have happen.
When we were entomologists at the university, we worked 14 hours a day, 7 days a week. Now we're down to 8 to 10 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's a lot of work, but we both loved what we were doing, and it was sharing that was part of our life.
Yeah. Which one do you think is the prettiest?
These two.
I don't like that one.
Lois has often taken note of the fact that a very large number of entomologists are divorced.
What I recommend is if you're going to be a taxonomist, a systematist, collect insects, you get a spouse that is another entomologist.
김치는 우리나라로 봤을 때, 크게 봤을 때는 우리나라의 자존심이고 저한테는 사랑이자 미래인데, 저는 김명성입니다. 제가 하고 있는 것은 김치를 비롯한 다양한 발효 음식을 하고 있습니다. 그러한 김치가 저한테서는 저희 아내한테 해주기 위해서 처음에 제가 발효 음식에 뛰어든 게 김치고, 제대로 담으려다 보니까 김치가 뭔가가 이게 정리가 안 돼 있던 부분을 이제 알게 됐죠. 그래서 이왕이면 좀 잘 담았다, 맛있다 이런 얘기를 듣고 싶잖아요. 그 김치가 저희 아이들이나 또 제 후대까지 가야 되기 때문에 저한테는 미래인 거죠. 맛있다라고 표현되는 김치는요, 굉장히 시원하면서 아삭거리면서 김치라는 부분이 무나 배추와 같은 이런 채소류를 절여서 양념류로 따지면 양파, 파, 마늘, 생강 이러한 같은 양념류에다가 젓갈류를 같이 함께 섞어서 항아리에다가 저온 숙성으로 6개월 이상 숙성시켜서 만든 김치가 제가 만든 김치고, 제가 항상 누구한테든지 자랑할 수 있는 김치입니다. 김치를 맛있게 담는 분들 또 찾아다니면서 그분들의 경험을 여쭙고 그분들의 지혜를 좀 빌리고, 이렇게 해서 제가 지금의 저의 김치가 나오게 된 것입니다. 그러한 식탁의 전부가 긴 시간 동안 내려오면서 지금까지 혹은 앞으로 우리 후대까지 계속 가야 될 이 김치는 우리 한국 식문화의 자존심이라고 저는 생각을 합니다. 발전을 시키면 우리 과거와 현재가 연결된 이러한 것이 되지 않을까 생각합니다.
First came the grasses, they came in thick. Then smaller shrubs. With them, the insects returned. Then the trees, and with the trees, the monkeys and elephants. Here at Psy Sanctuary, we have over 300 acres of forest that we have replanted and brought back to life. My full name is Pamela Gale Malhotra, and I am co-founder with my husband of Psy Sanctuary Trust. It had always been our dream to have a private forest sanctuary for wildlife where they would be protected. When we first came here, most of the lands that were sold to us were abandoned lands. Abandoned rice fields, coffee, and cardamom fields as well. A lot of deforestation had taken place. And that took a lot of care and energy and time and years to bring it back.
They've really done well this year.
Yeah, they've done really well. People thought we were quite crazy, but that's okay. A lot of people have thought people that have done some amazing things are crazy. Here in the sanctuary, it is a biodiversity hotspot. I remember walking through the forest, you wouldn't hear anything but the sound of your own feet. Now, the place is alive with sound. One of our main sound makers are the cicadas. They have a tremendous decibel range. Here they start again. We keep striving to do more and more, but the initial goal has been more than achieved. My hope for the next 10 years for this forest is that it will continue to be protected and expanded. We both feel a tremendous amount of joy when we walk through the sanctuary. I've never felt this kind of joy in anything else that I've done in my life.
We are a circus of big family tradition, and the way we present our show is the same way that my family presented the show over 175 years ago. There's nothing fancy about what we do here. It's magic, real magic. When you grow up in a circus as a child, you just step into being a clown. Benvenuti, benvenuti tutti! Welcome to the Zoppe Circus, thank you for coming. We're a classic family circus, which means our families here working together, performing together. Would you like to meet some of our family? First of all, there's my mother, the matriarch of our family. Then I have my sister Carla, who, with her husband Rudy, they perform with their dog act. And then we have my sister Tosca, she has the horses on the show, but she also directs the show. Her husband Jay is an amazing white clown. The white clown is the straight clown. He's the best white clown that I've ever seen. The act that my son and I do right now in a show is actually a balloon routine. It's nothing new. I mean, it's thousands of years old. Clowns have been doing it forever. It happens to be really cute when he does it because he's adorable. It's an unexplainable thing to see my child do what he loves to do. I mean, I get this 7-year-old beautiful little boy, his heart opens up and he gives it to everybody. It's different here, I think, than most places. When we come into this ring, we become family. I believe circus and family are basically the same word.